Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is part 5 for the chapter A Matter of Time. We have already done till this page, which is page number 88. We are supposed to start with page number 89. Okay, I hope everybody has understood what we have read till page 88. In case you still have any doubts, you can definitely comment them and ask. Okay, now the narrator asks, now tell me that you are Cress Selby and maybe I will buy the watch for a couple of quid. So the narrator now finally tells the friend who was telling this whole story that just confess that you are Chris Selby and then maybe I will be interested in buying the watch for a couple of quid. Quid is the British pound. So for £2 I will definitely then buy your watch. Then he may buy the watch, not definitely, children, maybe. So maybe he'll buy the watch. But the old boy, the old man who was sitting in front of the narrator, shook his head. He says, no, Selby died years back. Now, no, I am the customs officer. With his smile and his 10-minute charm, he talked me into a partnership, and 2 years later, we were both caught. So Selby had died years back. I am the customs officer. With his smile and his 10-minute charm, he talked me into a partnership, and 2 years later, we were both caught. So Selby had already died. सेल्बी की डेथ को बहुत टाइम हो चुका था. सो ये जो यहाँ पर जो स्टोरी टेलर था वो कौन था? He was the customs officer. So, the customs officer further says that with his smile and his 10-minute charm, he talked me into a partnership, and 2 years later, we were both caught. And Chris Selby had used his charm, he had used his personality to fascinate me. He talked to me for 10 minutes, and I agreed. I said yes to do a partnership with him for the smuggling of these watches, and after 2 years, both of us were caught. This is what he reveals at the end of the story. So it's quite ironical that the customs officer, जिसका काम क्या है? To follow the rules, to ensure that people follow the rules. He himself was involved in illegal activities. He was a partner with Chris Selby in smuggling of watches. This is why it is ironical. यानी होना क्या चाहिए था? Customs officer को report करना चाहिए था. He should have sent Chris Selby to the jail. But ऐसा हुआ नहीं. क्रिस सेल्बी ने अपना चार्म यूज किया जो वो हमेशा करता था कस्टम्स बॉयज के साथ. ही यूज्ड टू गिव दिस बिग स्माइल, एंड उसी के साथ जो कस्टम्स ऑफिसर है ही बिकेम ग्रीडी, एंड बोथ ऑफ देम डिड अ पार्टनरशिप. बट 2 साल बाद क्या हुआ? दोनों के दोनों पकड़े गए, दैट दे वर इन्वॉल्व्ड इन स्मगलिंग. सो दिस इज हाउ greed for both of them led to their downfall. Chris Selby became greedy. He was completely destroyed. Same happened with the customs officer. That is why he says that he hated the sight of watches. तो उसका रीजन क्या था कि कस्टम्स ऑफिसर ने स्टार्टिंग में बोला था, जो स्टोरी टेलर था, आई हेट द साइट ऑफ वॉचेस. तो उसका रीजन क्या था? बिकॉज ये वॉचेस की वजह से ही उसकी लाइफ में जो प्रॉब्लम्स थी वो आई थी. He was poor, he was dependent on others. Why? Because he had done a partnership with Chris Selby. और क्रिस सेल्बी के साथ पार्टनरशिप करी स्मगलिंग में, बट 2 साल बाद वो दोनों पकड़े गए. सो कस्टम्स ऑफिसर की जॉब चली गई ऑब्वियसली, और प्रिजन में रहा इतने साल. सो जो पूरी लाइफ है वो चेंज हो गई. और किस वजह से? वॉचेस की वजह से, राइट? सो आई होप यू अंडरस्टूड द होल स्टोरी. Alright, let's read something about the author. Victor Canning was a British writer whose works were translated into many European languages and then made into films. He fought in World War II, so he was a part of World War II. and resumed writing. That means he then continued writing. He started writing again after the war was over. His birdcage books, as well as his most acclaimed book, that means people really loved it, it was The Rain Bird Pattern, described the realities of life and human nature, the darker realities of life and human nature, what people do not really talk about, those realities of life and human nature. The Rainbow Pattern talks about it, and it is his most acclaimed work. People really loved it. Okay, all right, so we are good to go towards the questions now. Comprehension, that means we have read the chapter. On the basis of that, we are going to answer these given questions. First is answer the questions. There's no word limit, so we'll try to write these answers in about somewhere 30 to 40 words. Okay. First says, his voice too had that half belligerent quality of people who never get used to being on the wrong end of charity. We need to explain what the meaning means. Okay, what is the meaning of this sentence? How was he on the wrong end of charity? वो wrong end of charity पे कैसे था? Why did that make him belligerent? Why was he not very happy about it? Why was he angry about it? ठीक है, belligerent यानी angry. Okay, so this sentence means that the storyteller was angry and resentful. He was not very happy at having to be dependent on others. He was on the wrong end of charity. Wrong end of charity means उसके according. Charity में दो चीजें होती हैं, एक होता है giver, एक होता है receiver. ठीक है, charity means जब आप किसी की help करने के लिए free में कुछ देते हो. So he was at the wrong end of charity. यहाँ पर लोग जो थे वो उसकी help करने के लिए आ रहे थे. He was the receiver of that help. He was the poor one here who was getting all the help. And he disliked it. He did not like it at all. He was very unhappy with it. He was angry at it because he did not want to be dependent on the sympathy of others. To rely on the pity of others, that means he was not ready to accept that he has reached a point of life where he has to be dependent on others' sympathy. Okay? Next, but he could never resist the temptation to do a little better. What did the storyteller mean by these words? यानी अब storyteller का meaning क्या था, पहले तो हमें ये बताना है इस word से. Then who was he speaking of? यहाँ पर किसकी बात हो रही है? And how did the person try to do a little better? और जिसकी भी बात हो रही है यहाँ पर, वो ऐसा क्या करता था कि वो थोड़ा सा और better हो जाए life में? Okay, let's see what the answer is. Okay. So by this line, storyteller यानी customs officer का meaning ये है कि Chris Selby was always very greedy for the opportunity to earn more. जब मौका मिलता था, he used to grab that opportunity and earn more money because he was greedy. So तो ऐसा था कि ऐसा तो नहीं है कि उसकी जॉब अच्छी नहीं थी. He had a good job as a London theatrical agent. यानी थिएटर में जो भी shows होते हैं उसका वो एक agent था. He used to be in a department to sell tickets and लोगों को बताना कि ये show है. But he still tried to increase his profits. So वो चाहता था कि उसका income और बढ़ जाए. And वो कैसे? By smuggling about 5,000 watches twice a year. साल में 2 बार वो smuggle करता था watches. And कितनी? 5,000 each time. Making use of his business trips to Paris. So business के काम से जो भी उसका काम था वो Paris जाता था उस काम से, और उसी चीज के अंदर वो ये smuggling भी करता था. I've explained it in the videos. You can find those links in the description box. I hope you've got it. Why does the storyteller say if he was poison if you got in the way of his 15%? So storyteller ने ऐसा क्यों बोला क्रिस सेल्बी के बारे में कि that person is very dangerous if you come in his way. So the storyteller says this to highlight the fact, एक चीज उसको highlight करनी थी और वो क्या था, that though Chris Selby might have come across as charming and admirable, that means he must have looked really charming, really good looking and very lovely, all his charm would vanish, it would disappear, यानी गायब हो जाएगा if there was an issue with his percentage of profit and he would drive a hard bargain then. यानी अगर उसके जो प्रॉफिट परसेंटेज है अगर उसमें कुछ कमी आती है, देन he would be really dangerous for that person. So उसको अपने प्रॉफिट्स यानी इनकम के साथ कोई भी उसको छेड़खानी पसंद नहीं थी. नेक्स्ट, What was Selby's business in Paris? Selby का business क्या था? पहले तो हमें ये बताना है. What was the reason he had to fill petrol frequently and why did he not mind it? तो बार बार उसको पेट्रोल पंप पे क्यों रुकना पड़ता था पेट्रोल भराने के लिए, एंड उसको इतने प्रॉब्लम क्यों नहीं थी? Let's see. So Selby used to make 5 or 6 trips every year to Paris on business. ठीक है, बिजनेस के काम से जाना पड़ता था कि जो भी एक्ट्स होने हैं उसके परफॉर्मेंस के लिए उसको जो भी मटेरियल चाहिए होता था, जो भी एक्टर्स चाहिए होते थे, वॉटेवर परफॉर्मेंसेज आई हैव ऑलरेडी एक्सप्लेन्ड इन वन ऑफ द वीडियो लेसन्स, यू कैन गो एंड चेक इट आउट. Twice a year he would take his car over, और 2 साल मतलब साल में 2 बार जाना होता था, तो he used to take his car using it to smuggle almost 5,000 watches back to Dover. The watches were packed in the 12-gallon tank of his car. तो उसका जो पेट्रोल टैंक था कार का, that was of 12 gallon, तो वो उसके अंदर छुपा देता था, which then held only 2 gallons of petrol. तो उसके अंदर सिर्फ कितना गैलन्स आता था? सिर्फ 2 gallons. So 10 gallons of पेट्रोल की जगह पर ये 5,000 watches हाइड कर दी जाती थी. He had to fill petrol frequently because of this, which he did not mind, as he used to make a profit of 1,000 pounds on this trip. So हर ट्रिप पे क्योंकि उसको इतना ज़्यादा प्रॉफिट होता था इन वॉचेस को सेल करने के बाद, so even if उसको बार बार पेट्रोल फिल कराना पड़ता था, he did not mind it, he had no problem in it. Obviously किसी को भी नहीं होगी, इतना प्रॉफिट आ रहा है. Okay. If you or I tried anything like that, we'd be as nervous as kittens with a duck for a foster mother. So what was Selby trying to do? ऐसा क्या था जो वो करने की कोशिश कर रहा था, और वो नर्वस क्यों नहीं था? यहाँ पर हमें आइडेंटिफाई करना है literary device and then we have to explain. I've explained it in the video lesson as well while I was explaining this line in the chapter. You can go and watch. Okay. The answer is Selby was trying to smuggle watches. अब Selby क्या कर रहा था? He was trying to smuggle watches from France to England. Smuggle का meaning I have already told. जब आप illegally किसी material को दूसरी country से एक country अपनी country में ला रहे हो या फिर भेज रहे हो. So from France to England वो लेकर आता था, hiding them in the tank and floor of his car. ये हमने पढ़ा है. He was not nervous. So what was he trying to do? He was trying to smuggle watches. एंड वो नर्वस क्यों नहीं था? बिकॉज वो थिएटर में काम करता था, थिएट्रिकल एजेंट था, वो शोज एक्टिंग रोज देखता था अपने सामने, सो उसको एक्टिंग बहुत अच्छे से आती थी. तो अगर वो इतना नर्वस था भी तो भी वो शो नहीं करता था, वो अपने आप को कॉन्फिडेंट शो करता था. एंड सो कस्टम्स ऑफिसर जो है वो यहाँ पर ये बोलता है कि अगर मैं आपकी जगह पर होता, इफ आई वुड हैव बीन एट योर प्लेस, देन आई वुड हैव बीन रियली नर्वस. तो यहाँ पर नर्वसनेस को कंपेयर किया गया है किस चीज से? अगर आप किसी भी कैट को फिश को बोल दो कॉपी करने के लिए, सो दैट कैट वुड बी वेरी नर्वस. सो लाइकवाइज यहाँ पर हम बात कर रहे हैं कस्टम्स ऑफिसर की, जो ये कह रहा है कि मुझे आपकी तरह कॉन्फिडेंट होने में बहुत दिक्कत होती. ओके. अकॉर्डिंग टू द स्टोरी टेलर, हाउ डिड ही इवेंचुअली एंड अप? स्टोरी टेलर के अकॉर्डिंग उसके साथ लास्ट में क्या हुआ? हाउ डिड द इवेंट्स ऑफ द स्टोरी बेयर, दैट मीन्स गिव testimony, example, to the storyteller's words, I hate the sight of watches, they started it all. तो क्वेश्चन का मतलब ये है कि स्टोरी टेलर के अकॉर्डिंग लास्ट में क्या होता है, एंड जो इवेंट्स है स्टोरी में वो ये हमें कैसे बता पाते हैं कि जो स्टोरी टेलर था उसको वॉचेस नहीं पसंद थी, उसका क्या रीजन था, ये स्टोरी हमें कैसे बताती है. So, according to the storyteller, he entered into a partnership with Chris Selby after being taken in by his charm and confidence. तो लास्ट में क्या होता है? वो क्रिस सेल्बी के साथ पार्टनरशिप में चला जाता है because he believed him, because वो इतना कॉन्फिडेंट था पर्सन. Both of them were caught 2 years later. तो क्या होता है? 2 साल बाद दोनों पकड़े जाते हैं. अब the events of the story trace the sequence of events as to how he was eventually caught by the authorities for smuggling because of the ticking watches. अब जो इवेंट्स है स्टोरी के वो हमें ये बताते हैं कि कैसे he was eventually caught by the authorities. यानी जो कस्टम्स ऑफिसर्स हैं या वहां पर उन्होंने कैसे क्रिस सेल्बी को पकड़ा था जो वॉचेस की आवाज थी उससे. नाउ इफ ही हैड नॉट हर्ड द टिकिंग, अब अगर जो वॉचेस थी उनमें से आवाज नहीं आती तो उसको ये नहीं पता चलता कि क्रिस सेल्बी इलीगल एक्टिविटीज में इन्वॉल्व है. एंड अगर ऐसा नहीं पता लगता तो वो क्रिस सेल्बी के साथ पार्टनरशिप भी नहीं करता, और जो उसके साथ हुआ, जो उसकी लाइफ में आज जो उसकी पोजीशन है वो नहीं होती. ही वुड हैव बीन डूइंग अ जॉब at a good position. Okay, so the story tells us how the customs officer led to his own downfall, यानी खुद अपने ही लॉस में वो कैसे गया. All right, I hope these comprehension questions are clear to you. Now we are going to do reference to context questions. The first one says, he always went over Dover to Calais and back that way, and most of the customs boys knew him and liked him. So यहाँ पर first, who said these lines to whom? किसने बोला किससे? And ये लोग कहाँ पर थे? So I hope you know the answer already. Correct. Storyteller said this to narrator, and they were at a restaurant at that time. दोनों restaurant पे थे. अब यहाँ पर ही कौन है, किसकी बात हो रही है? Why was the speaker narrating his story? Speaker अपनी बात क्यों कह रहा था स्टोरी के फॉर्म में? So he here refers to the con man, यानी जो cheat कर रहा था, that was Chris Selby. The speaker was narrating his story to explain the narrator the reason behind his hatred of watches. Speaker अपनी story क्यों बता रहा था? क्योंकि वो ये explain करना चाह रहा था कि उसको watches क्यों पसंद नहीं है. Clear? All right, let's move to the next question. Next question is asking us, how did he travel from Dover to Calais? So how did he travel? By taking a ferry from Dover to Calais, and then he used to come back again. Why does the speaker go on to describe him as the kind of man anyone would like? Why does customs officer say that Chris Selby was a man that everybody would like? How? Because he used his charming personality. He used to smile at everyone and then give free tickets for London shows, which made him quite popular among the customs boys. इसीलिए जब कस्टम्स पर उसकी जो कार थी वो रुकती थी, he used to give that big smile and be polite and loving towards everyone. He used to also offer free tickets of the shows. So अब ऐसा होता है ना कि अच्छा फ्री में चीजें दे रहा है तो अच्छा इंसान ही होगा. So nobody will point a finger at him. Nobody will check what he has in the car. So that is why the speaker, customs officer, says this line. Clear? Second, we have Chris Selby found Odyat and his brothers at the back of the shop, and without wasting any time on polite inquiries as to their health, and with the smile turned off, that means without any smile, he let them have it. So who is this person, and what was noteworthy about his brothers? That means ऐसा noticeable चीज क्या थी? So Monsieur Odyat was a modest dweller in Paris who supplied Selby with the watches for smuggling. So ये जो Odyat था, ये हमें पता है कौन है, ये सप्लायर था जो कि सर्व करता था चीज़ें, सप्लाई करता था स्मगलिंग के लिए. एंड उसके जो ब्रदर्स थे वो इतने ज़्यादा स्मार्ट नहीं थे, ऑलमोस्ट हाफ विटेड, यानी इतने स्मार्ट वो नहीं थे, हाफ ही स्मार्ट थे जितना ओदियात था. एंड would hang about in the background while Odyat took care of their business. तो Odyat जो था वो पूरी मेहनत करता था and he used to take care of everything. Clear? तो ये noteworthy चीज है. What was Selby's usual routine? तो Odyat के साथ क्या normal routine था? That was that he would leave his car overnight in the garage at the back of Odyat's shop the day before he would leave Paris. तो एक दिन पहले he used to drop his car at his garage, and जो brothers थे वो next morning they used to pack all the watches inside the petrol tank so that he is ready to smuggle the watches to England. Next, explain the meaning of this phrase, let them have it, and Selby ने ऐसा क्यों किया? So it means that he was shouting in anger at the Odyat brothers. और ऐसा क्यों? Why was he angry? Because in the previous order that he had taken in his car had defective watches. उसके अंदर जो watches थी वो defective थी, and many of the watches had broken because of bad packaging. और पैकेजिंग कौन करता था? ब्रदर्स. दैट इज वाई उसको गुस्सा आया उन ब्रदर्स पे, क्योंकि जब वॉचेस डिफेक्टिव निकली और ब्रोकन निकली तो वो ऑब्वियसली सेल नहीं कर सकता आगे, तो उसका लॉस हो गया. एंड हमने पढ़ा है कि अगर लॉस होगा सो ही वुड बी वेरी एंग्री. We need to explain the irony in the phrase without wasting any time on polite inquiries as to their health. तो इसमें आयरनी क्या है? इसमें क्या अलग है जो हम एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे थे ऐसा नहीं हो रहा है? सो हमने क्या पढ़ा था? क्रिस सेल्बी वॉज अ लविंग मैन, ही वॉज चार्मिंग, हमेशा पोलाइट रहता था. बट यहाँ हमें सीन में क्या देखने को मिला? दैट ही वॉज रूड, he was very angry. So irony is that everybody knew him for his amiable personality, कि वो बहुत loving है और बहुत charming है. He was polite. लेकिन जब उसका काम नहीं हुआ and he lost some money, उसके profits reduce हो गए, then he forget about all the inquiries about health. He did not smile because Odyat brothers की वजह से his profits had decreased. Okay, what was Odyat's reaction to Selby's words? क्या reaction था? As a reaction to his words, Odyat was extremely angry. Odyat को भी बहुत गुस्सा आया, and he was so angry that he would have killed him, but he did not want to destroy the source of nice profit he used to make regularly. लेकिन ऐसा उसने इसलिए नहीं किया because Odyat के पास भी तो बहुत अच्छा प्रॉफिट आ रहा था ना, by smuggling those watches to Chris Selby. इसलिए उसने कुछ नहीं किया. He controlled his anger. Clear? Okay, in the next question, you can read the context on your own because time is increasing, so I'm not reading the question. Who is referred to as he? यहाँ पर किसकी बात हो रही है? And यहाँ पर कौन कौन है और वो कहाँ पर है? And who else was there at that time? यहाँ पर कौन कौन है और कहाँ पर है? So Chris Selby की यहाँ पर बात हो रही है, and कहाँ पर थे? They were at Dover Dockyard, और जो customs officer था वो उसके साथ था. किसके साथ? Chris Selby के साथ. अच्छा, ऑल क्लियर सिग्नल का मीनिंग क्या है, वो क्या बताता है? सो ऑल क्लियर सिग्नल का मीनिंग है दैट सेल्बी हैड सक्सेसफुली क्लियर्ड हिज कार एट द कस्टम्स. यानी जब कस्टम्स ऑफिस पे वो कार आई तो उसको कोई भी प्रॉब्लम नहीं हुई बिल्कुल, और ऑल क्लियर का सिग्नल मिला कि वो जा सकता है वहां से. देन सायरन्स यहाँ पर किस चीज के लिए थे? सो द सायरन्स वर to indicate that the war had ended. जो World War I है वो end हो चुकी है और इसीलिए ये siren play किया गया था. Okay, so what happened after everything stopped? You can mark this question as important because this contains the answer and the gist of the story कि यहाँ पर सब कुछ ऐसा क्यों हुआ, वो कैसे पकड़ा गया. So after everything stopped, there was complete silence for 2 minutes. 2 मिनट के लिए सब शांत, एंड सेल्बी और जो कस्टम्स ऑफिसर हैं वो बिल्कुल स्टैचूज की तरह खड़े हुए थे, लाइक अ कपल ऑफ वैक्स फिगर्स. कपल ऑफ यानी 2 वैक्स फिगर्स. वैक्स फिगर्स यानी स्टैचू ही होता है. सो देन द ओनली साउंड दैट वाज हर्ड वाज द टिकिंग ऑफ 5000 वॉचेस फ्रॉम सेल्बीज कार. तो किस चीज की आवाज आ रही थी? सिर्फ उन वॉचेस की जो कि उसके कार में थी. तो क्योंकि जो वॉचेस थी वो चालू थी, they were in a working condition. तो जब सब शांत हो गया, so किसकी आवाज आ रही थी? सिर्फ वॉचेस की. And that is how customs officer got to know that he had smuggled some goods. He was carrying those watches. Clear? Okay, last set of questions are from life skills and values questions. हमें लाइफ के बारे में क्या सिखाया है इस चैप्टर ने? So that is consequences of greed and overconfidence. If you are greedy in life, what will happen with you? If you are overconfident in life, what will happen with you? So what is the twist at the end of the story? And do you find it ironic? So why? Let's see. Okay. So the twist in the plot at the end of the story was definitely ironic in 2 ways. Firstly, the Odyat brothers had wound up the watches to impress Selby, but the ticking watches got Selby caught as well. सो यहाँ पर जो औदियात ब्रदर्स थे उन्होंने क्या किया था, उन्होंने वॉचेस को इस तरीके से पैक किया था सो दैट इस बारी कोई उनसे गलती ना हो एंड ही गेट्स इम्प्रेस्ड। लेकिन उन्हीं वॉचेस की वजह से क्या हुआ, उन्हीं वॉचेस की वजह से he got caught. Also, the revelation that storyteller was the customs officer had become an irony because he was meant to abide by the law. अब यहाँ पर कस्टम्स ऑफिसर जो था, हमें पता चलता है कि वही है वो स्टोरी टेलर जो बता रहा था। तो यानी स्टोरी टेलर ने ये बताया था कि जो कस्टम्स ऑफिसर था वो इन्वॉल्व हो गया था क्रिस सेल्बी के साथ स्मगलिंग में। तो इसका मतलब कि जो पर्सन रिस्पॉन्सिबल है कि वो लोगों को भी बोले लॉ फॉलो करने के लिए, वो खुद ही इलीगल एक्टिविटीज में इन्वॉल्व है। सो दैट इज व्हाई द होल प्लॉट इज आयरॉनिकल। लास्ट वन, What according to you were the reasons for Selby's downfall? क्या reasons थे और हमें explain करना है एग्जाम्पल देके। ओके, सो सेल्बी के जो डाउनफॉल था, यानी जो भी लॉस हुआ क्रिस सेल्बी को, वो हुआ एक तो एरोगेंस, बहुत रूड था, ओवर कॉन्फिडेंट, उसको ऐसा लगता था कि कोई उसको कभी पकड़ ही नहीं सकता। ही कैन यूज हिज पर्सनैलिटी एंड स्माइल टू गेट रिड ऑफ द कस्टम्स बॉयज एंड ऑफिसर्स। लेकिन ही हैड नेवर प्रिडिक्टेड, फोरसीन, कभी उसने ऐसा नहीं सोचा था कि ऐसा होगा जो वॉचेस ही हैं वो खुद ही अपना सीक्रेट रिवील कर देंगी। एंड उसकी जो एक्सेसिव ग्रीड थी टू अर्न मोर एंड मोर मनी, दैट ऑल्सो लेड हिम टू हिज डाउनफॉल। He was in a good profession and he was earning good amount of money, but his dissatisfaction, his desire to earn more profit made him do illegal activities. And as we all know, crime never goes unpunished for long. यानी अगर आप कोई गलती कर रहे हो, अगर आप कोई गलत काम कर रहे हो, तो वो एक ना एक दिन तो पकड़ में आ ही जाएगा। So that is the reason that he was suffering in life. He had suffered in life and then he gradually died. So Chris Selby के साथ इतना बुरा क्यों हुआ? क्योंकि he was greedy, he was overconfident. So you should never be greedy in life. Whatever you have, be thankful for it to God. Okay, keep working hard. If you want improvement in life, then be uh, first of all thankful for whatever you have, and then start working hard to be more successful. But do not involve yourself into illegal activities. Okay, so this is all for this video. We have concluded all the questions and answers. In case you haven't understood any word or any line, any question, then the comment box is always there. You can definitely go ahead and ask. All right, we will be meeting in the next video now. Till then, take care.